Good afternoon, dear students. Today, before I begin the chapter, I have a small appeal to all the kids and their respective parents to please do cooperate with the teachers. We teachers are trying to accomplish a goal by the medium of online studies. That is, to keep our children continue their learning. We are really working hard for this. So, I earnestly request all the parents on behalf of all the teachers to please have a maximum view of the videos which are regularly being uploaded on the Little Flower channel. If you are having any doubt, students, please do let us know in the comment section, and please do cooperate and keep yourself busy with the study. It is a hard time. We don't know when the school will reopen. So it is the only medium by which we can help you to continue your learning and to keep you engaged with education. Thank you. So dear students, yesterday I have started a chapter, Light in the Night. Before I continue, I would have liked to have a small recap. In this chapter, we are going to deal with the history of street lights. I think you all know what is street light. The source of light which is there on the roadside by which we can see in the road. That is a street light. So here we see before 1700s there were no street light. So the people would go out to meet each other or for any of the work during the moonlight or full moon night. But I have again told you the lots of danger which they were facing. So when they have to go out during the night, they have to carry a burning lamp in their hands or a torch. So the people, those who were rich, they were hiring. Hiring means paying someone else a money to carry for them a torch or a lamp. So these people, those who were carrying the lamp, they were called the link boys. But we have seen that all link boys were not good. So sometimes they were robbing the people who have hired them and would run away. So we have seen in the following content we will see the phases from which the street lamp or the street light has seen what we are seeing today. So let's start. By the early 1700s, the busy city like London and Paris had street lamp in some areas. So we have seen before 1700s, there were not much facility of street lamps. So by the early 1700s, big cities like London and Paris, they were having some street lamp in some areas. Not everywhere, but in some areas. The Paris which had street lamps before London, the first street lamp was actually lights placed in the window of the house. So what was actually the first street light? It was a lamp, a candle maybe, or a lantern, whatever, or a diya, whatever, any source of light which were lit by the members of the house in their window which was facing in the street. So this was the first street light. Okay. The police enforced a law that said that every house had to have a lamp burning in the window all night long. So there was a law that every house should have a light and that should be lit whole through the night. Not only for 1 hour, 2 hours. For the whole night, the lamp should be burning outside the house. If the lamp went out, people would have to get up to relight it or face being fined. So suppose in the mid of the night or the oil was finished in the lamp. So the people again they have to relight it again. Relight means lit it again or burn it again. And if they were not doing so, they were being fined. What is fine? I hope you know. Like suppose in lockdown you are going out. So what the police will do? They will charge you. They can ask for some fine. You are paying late fees in the school. So you have to pay some fine. Fine means the extra amount which is charged for doing an offense. That is a fine. some people started to offer their service as a lamplighter. See, now again we are seeing another source of employment was there. So some people, it was very difficult to wake up whole through the night and to see whether the lights are burning or not. So they were hiring some people, those who make sure that the light is lit whole through the night. And what were these people called? Lamplighter. Very clear? Lamplighter means the person who will light a lamp is a lamplighter. In return for payment, the lamplighters would put up a lamp outside the house and make sure it was lit. So obviously they were not doing it for free. So the rich person or the person, those who can afford, they were paying the money to the lamplighter, and in return the lamplighter were seeing that the lamps are lit whole through the night. Street lamp reassured people and make them feel safer. So definitely, suppose the street is having some light, so people will be relaxed, people will feel safe. They can see the danger because the whole street was visible very clearly. The authorities realized the benefit they brought and took over the installations and maintenance of them. So definitely this was a small scheme or a mission which the people or the police, local police had tried to start. But they have seen lot of benefit from them. Robbery was done less. Many people were safe. Many benefits were there. So they took a mission that they will install or put up such lamps and they will see that it is lit. All over Europe, the use of lamppost grew. So all over Europe, the use of lamppost grew. Lamppost means the place where a post means what, people? A section which is little raised. So a lamppost means it is a raised pillar like structure in which the lamp will be put. So I will make you some pictures for that and I will let you know. Don't worry about that. In 1700s, London grew rapidly and became the world's centers of trade. So we know London is a very fast growing city. In 1700, it was becoming a center of trade. Trade means business, export, import, manufacturing. So it was becoming a very big business center. Manufacturing and fashion. Business became important and lights were needed to keep the city working and entertaining in the night. So as the business was growing faster and faster, definitely we cannot work only during the daytime. So the street need to be illuminated during the night even. Then only people will go for shopping, marketing or buying the products. But if no light is there, will anyone go out? So the lights were very much needed. By the late 1700s, London had so many street lamps that visitors to the city were amazed by them. So by the late 1700s, all the city of London was having many street lamps. So visitor means the tourist or the person who go to London were very much surprised because there were so much of street lamps in the street or the road. The lamps were fueled by wax or oil that give off an unpleasant smell and often drip. So what were the source, how they were, the lamps were? So during Diwali, people, how do we lit a diya? By putting oil. So this is a fuel. So here the lamps were fueled by wax. Wax means candle wax or moom, or oil that give off an unpleasant smell and often drip. So the wax on burning, they were giving some unpleasant smell, or some of the oils were giving unpleasant smell. Unpleasant means not good smell, and often dripped. Dripped means oils are dropping. Suppose you are putting too much oil, so oil will definitely fall down. So that is known as dripping. Many people were employed as lamplighter because each lamp had to be lit by hands every evening. So here many people were employed. Many people were giving the job of a lamplighter because every evening they had to light up the lamp. One German tourist during visit in London in the 1700s wrote in his diary, "As it was quite dark when I came back the first evening, I was astonished at the admirable manner in which the streets are lighted. So one of the person from Germany, when he visited London, he was very much surprised. He was very much happy by seeing that how the streets are illuminated, because there were so much street lights in them. So he was very much surprised and he appreciated this. The bright lamps made the city seem exciting and lively. So the lamps were lighted whole during the evening. So it was making the city very beautiful and lively. Lively means like lots of people were roaming here and there. So have you seen how beautiful this place looked during the night of Diwali? So same we can feel here. The lamps are so near each other that even on the most ordinary and common night, the city has the appearance of festive illumination. So that's only what I am saying. So the lamps were very close to each other. So it was giving the appearance that some festival is being celebrated. During the festivals, we light the lamp or the candles. Everywhere it is lit. In Diwali, we light the diyas. In Christmas, we light the candles. So it is looking like even the ordinary night was looking like a night of festival, because the lamps were very close to each other. The lamp lighter quickly became an important and valued part of the society. So the people, those who were engaged in lighting of the lamps, they were becoming very important part of the society. It was because of they often became a key figure in their communities. So the people, those who were engaged as lamplighter, they have very important person. They were looked upon with great respect in the communities. Communities mean in the society. They would walk same route twice a day, as they checked, cleaned, fixed, lit or put out the light, as they would notice what was going on around them. So when they were coming for the job, what was their job? First one, they were going to lit the lamp. Then they were going to check whether it is burning or not. Then they have to clean it and then fix it and then put out in the morning time. As they were doing this job, they were noticing lot of people here and there. They were noticing so many things what was going inside the place. Many lamplighter helped to make their route safer. So if any tourist came, so they would ask the lamplighter about the path, and so they were helping the tourist to know about their path during the night time. Their job required energy, strength, agility and reliability. Obviously, the job was very much hectic, very much tiring. So the job of a lamplighter was not an easy. It required lot of energy, strength, agility. Agility means liveliness. One should be very active in doing this, because they have to lit, they have to clean, they have to put it out, they have to see whether the oil is there. So it was a lot of energetic work. And reliability. Reliability means trustworthy. It is a trustworthy job, because when they were given this job, they need to do it properly. It is not like they have done once, they will not do it again. So it is a very reliable or trustworthy job. They had to keep the lights clean, make sure that the wicks were trimmed to the right length, and light tens of the lamp in the evening and put them all out again in the morning. So they have to clean the lamp. Whatever lamp they were using, they have to clean it. They have to make sure the wick were trimmed. Wicks, people, have you seen a candle or the diya? So the part in which we light the fire, that is a wick. I'll show you with the candle. So they have to see whether it is of proper length or not. If it is too long, definitely it is a problem. If it is too short, definitely it will not burn. So they have to see whether it is a proper length or not. And every evening they have to light 10 lights, and in the morning they have to put them out. Many lamplighters were pleased to be the guardian in the communities, and often the job would be passed from one parent to the child. So now they were known as the guardian of the community. And suppose a father is doing the job of a lamplighter and he is old, he cannot do the job. So what? This job will be given to his son. So people, Please do cooperate. Go for it. Let me know if you're having any doubt. And again, we will continue. Please do comment and let me know who all are attending the class. Thank you.